What are the continent borders of the world? Continents, well, you know continents, but do you know the borders? Well, it seems straightforward, but it's actually a pretty complicated process. So let's go ahead and go to the continents which don't have any controversy between them borders. So we're going to start with South America. So South America is pretty straightforward. There isn't really any border gore happening. Well, there is between Venezuela and Guyana, but that's in South America, so we don't have to worry about that. And of course, the Falklands and St. Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands are all part of South America. Also, Paraguay is also a part of South America. Alright, let's move on to North America. Again, North America's borders don't have any controversy between them, so we're good for North America. And of course, the Caribbean, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and of course, all the Lesser Antilles. Where's the Virgin Islands? Now, France and Britain all have colonies in different continents. However, these don't really do anything. And people think that Trinidad and okay, maybe there is a little bit of controversy, but people think Trinidad and Tobago is part of South America. But I personally think it's part of North America. What do you guys think? However, due to its proximity, I do think that I do think that these islands, the ABC Islands, and another one, are a part of South America. So there is a little bit of controversy, but not much. Alright, now moving on to the countries that do have controversy. Starting with Africa. I think Africa is the one that has the least controversy here. So let's get started. So all these countries are a part of Africa. I'll get to Egypt later. Morocco. Alright, now, before we go on to that other part of Spain near Africa, I just want to point out that this part of Portugal, I think that it's more associated with Europe than Africa due to its proximity, but I might be wrong. Also, Cape Verde. Can't forget about Cape Verde. There you go. Alright, now this part of Spain. It's a part of Africa. Alright. So now we just have to do all these islands, and I just realized that I put a little bit of South Africa in Mongolia, so I'm just going to go ahead and fix that. Sorry if it's all glitchy and stuff like that. This is the best software that I can use on my device, so yeah, sorry if it's really glitchy. Okay, and my device is not the best, okay? Alright. So, of course, alright. So Africa is almost finished. Dang it. We just have to get to Egypt. Now, Egypt is an example of a thing that's called a transcontinental country. What that means is they have territory on 2 or more continents. Now, there isn't an example of a country being in 3 continents. I mean, that would just be horrible. But there is a whole bunch of countries that have territory in 2 countries. One of them is Egypt. Now, people say that the border is here between Africa and Asia, but most people draw the border here. So that's where I'm going to put it today. Alright, so Africa is finished. Now we're going to move on to Asia, which is probably the most controversial here. So all these countries are part of Asia. And even though Japan does have land in a different continent. It's mainly just some tiny uninhabited islands. So, yeah. I'll get back to Indonesia. Alright, so I just realized, but I actually put Russia as one of the ones that are actually in Asia. I didn't mean to do that, so we're just gonna go ahead and just leave it like that for now. Until we get to Europe and we get into the whole Russia situation. But first, I forgot about the Asian part of Egypt. There you go. Alright, now Turkey. I think it's just easier for me to occupy all of Turkey and then give the rest. We'll just leave it. But we are gonna come back to that little portion right there. Of course, Sri Lanka. And everyone always tends to forget that this country even exists. The Maldives. But I know that it exists, so yeah. Oh, can't forget about Mongolia. All right, now to the more controversial part. All right. So this is Indonesia. Wait, no, hold up. Brunei is definitely a part of Asia. So Indonesia. Now people think that the border is drawn here between Papua New Guinea and Indonesia. But some people actually draw the border here, or even here. This is known as Wallacea. However, due to it being more, I don't know, it makes more sense. I'm going to draw it right here. Which leaves the island of New Guinea and a few islands in Oceania, which I'll get to later. So we're just gonna go ahead and occupy this region of Papua New Guinea. I mean, it isn't really going to do anything because the rest is going to go to Oceania either way, because Papua New Guinea is definitely a member of Oceania. Alright, so all these islands are a part of Oceania, and some people think that Timor-Leste is a part of Australia, and some people think that it's a part of Asia, but we're gonna put it as a part of Asia because it makes sense. Alright, now on to the final controversial continent, Australia. However, we already did. Oops, didn't mean to do that. However, we already went through the controversial bit of that stuff. So, I guess Australia's not controversial? Now, even though that Guam is a part of America, well, it is a part of America, but some people think that it's a part of Asia, and a rare few actually think that it's a part of Australia. I think it's a part of Asia because, you know, it makes sense. So we're just gonna go ahead and give it to Asia real quick. Both the Northern Mariana Islands and Guam are part of Asia. And moving on to the east, or more so the west on this map, to find all these islands, but they still are a part of Australia. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be here a long time. Just getting all these islands in place. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I missed anything. Yep, I definitely missed a continent. Europe. So we're gonna get right to that. Alright, so Europe is pretty straightforward after all that we've done with the whole Asia stuff. Yep, and then also that part of Turkey that we went through earlier. And we can't forget about the European microstates. Alright, so the less controversial part of Europe is done. Now we have to go towards the rest of it. Alright, so people have different standards for, people have different standards for where the border of the continents are. I think that it is this. Now, I do put the border as the mountain range border. However, since this map has so thick borders, I can't really depict it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it along country lines. But just so you know, it's mountainous. So yeah, that's the border. And you know what, I'm just going to skip here so that you guys don't have to bear through this. Alright. So, here are the borders of Europe and the borders of Asia. And pretty much all the continents' borders. As you can see right there. Okay, never mind. I missed a country. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and check and see. Yep, I knew it. We missed a few. It's not as bad as last time I did this, because last time there was like a trillion different... Okay, never mind. It's just piling up now. Oh yeah, I gotta talk about Cyprus. Now, people think that Cyprus is in Europe, and other people think that Cyprus is in Asia. However, Cyprus is in the European Union. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in Europe, because it just makes sense economically. So, yeah. Also, I forgot about the Faroe Islands, but there isn't much controversy with them. So yeah. What's this? So just gonna do selective. Yep. I forgot about Guinea-Bissau. Alright, there you go. Anyway, let's just go ahead and occupy these countries. You know, Kuwait. Oh wait, oops. Alright, there you go. Alright, perfect. And just one more island, and we will be finished. Bermuda. Actually, no, we're not finished. Whoa. Alright, now if we do a Bermuda, we'll be done. Alright, where's Bermuda? There's Bermuda. So those are the continent borders of the world. Now, I know I haven't addressed Antarctica, and that's because on this map, Antarctica is literally drawn as their continent borders. So we don't have to worry about that at all. Also, people think that St. Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands are a part of Antarctica. But again, I personally think they're a part of South America. So yeah, if you want any change, if you think I did anything wrong, comment down below. And see you guys. And see you guys in a little bit. See you guys.